gonna beat your fucking ass.
So, I think I see the master plan that Mercedes is doing, but you want to talk about it? Let's go. Hey, what's going on YouTube land? It's your boy TJ and welcome to my YouTube channel Wrestling Nostalgia, where I give my wrestling content on these videos. And today we are talking about the boss. Oh, my bad. The CEO herself, Mercedes Moné. This is an old shirt, but hey. I wanted to wear it for this video. But anywho's, let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I think I see the vision of what Mercedes is going by. But I will be honest, I was one of the ones that was like kind of nervous or whatever, was against kind of the idea of her going to AEW, being as though that their women's division, great on talent, but they just did not utilize them. I don't know if they didn't know how to, or maybe they just didn't want to. They didn't see the value in it, because that seems to be a running, thing with these freaking wrestling promotions. That's a video for another day, because I think I'm about to cover that, because, whoo, you talk about a storm of freaking inconsistencies with the women's booking. It ain't just started no 5, 10 years. You try like decades, okay? But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. We are talking about the Mercedes Moné World Domination Tour, because remember, about 6 years ago, or maybe like 5, I'm not completely sure, but I remember she said she was going to do a World Domination Tour. So we already on the cuffs of it, right? She is the current CMLL Women's World Champion. She already won the IWGP Women's World Championship, and of course, WWE Women's SmackDown and Raw Championships. And remember, they are now converted to the WWE Women's and Women's World Championships now, respectively. So she already have like those world titles under her belt. And with AEW, they have the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, which is currently held by Athena. And she is about to be on the cusp of breaking Roman Reigns' longest reigning championship holder record. Man, and I remember I seen that on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. Like, and I was like Googling like how many more days that she has to break that record. And I think she has until like June or July or something like that. And I'm going to like put it up on the side and everything like that. And I'm going to try to put this video out as fast as I can. I know I haven't been really consistent with this, but this is like something I've been like really passionate about, but I didn't really know like how to format it. But here we go. I do feel like Mercedes Moné is probably going to be, if not one of the first people to ever win probably like all of the most prestigious like women's world championships there is to win. And being as though that she said that she is on a world domination tour, she already has 3 world titles and working on the 4th one and possibly 5th. So in order to do that, she has to win the Women's World Championship in AEW and the Ring of Honor World Championship. I don't know if she's gonna beat Athena for it, being as though that they're friends. But hey, this is a business. She has a dynasty to build and infinity stones to collect. The Thanos of professional women's wrestling is here to snatch them titles, baby. So I don't know, like, if Athena loses the championship to Mercedes, or maybe she loses it to somebody else, and then Mercedes takes it from her after a decent amount of reign or whatever, maybe 3-4 months or something like that. But we all know that eventually Mercedes Moné is going to win that AEW Women's World Championship, being as though that she had revolutionized AEW as we know it. Because do you really think that the Women's Tag Team Championships would have been a thing like been in creation without her? Like I don't think so. But it's been a greater state than it was like a few years ago. And I look, the only reason why I was kind of against her going to AEW is because when Saraya, aka Paige from WWE, came over, I'm like, okay, cool, something's about to be big happening here. You know, she was a big thing over in WWE. You know, she was the anti-diva, whoop de whoop, and nothing really came of her reign. I mean, she won the AEW Women's World Championship, but I ain't gonna lie, it didn't make me want to tune in. And then they were trying their hardest to try to, you know, make it a thing, make it happen. And then with the nagging injuries, and then I think she is gone from the company. I don't know if she didn't want to renew, she left, she got released, whatever, I don't know. But hey, she's not a part of the company anymore from what I have seen and heard. So it is what it is. So Ring of Honor and the Women's World Championship in AEW, and that'll be the complete Infinity Stones in AEW. So then, unfortunately, if she does leave AEW, which is probably like, I think 2028, 2029, I forgot. It's one of those years. I think it's 2028, if I'm not mistaken, because she signed in 2023, and then she showed up in 2024. So she got about roughly 3 more years left on her contract. And you best believe she's going to be collecting another Infinity Stone. But I think the one that people don't really think about is the NWA Women's World Championship. Yes, they are still around in existence. That championship, I think, is older than my grandmother, bro. Like, I think it's like 1942, if I'm not mistaken. That's like the oldest, most prestigious women's championship that they have in existence. And it actually, if I'm not mistaken, if I did my research right, I believe NWA and WWE were like combined at one point, and then WWE broke off or something like that. Like the lineage like stemmed from over there. And the crazy thing about it is WWE is what, almost on their 75th birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I'm gonna do everything. Like if I get it wrong, I'm gonna do the voiceover and everything like that. But like that's like, and CMLL, before I like move on, they're on their 100th birthday from 1933 to 2033. That'll be 100 years. Like that is a long time. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Mercedes Moné is the second black woman to hold that title, because I believe Willow Nightingale had won it first. So as you see, the map is already like forming. So I do feel like she's gonna win the NWA Women's World Championship. And since they're like in a league of their own, I guess she'll be like independent, and then, you know, go over there, win that title. If they, you know, I mean, it would be bad business optics not to allow her to edge her name into history and legacy. And that'll be what, the 5th or 6th world title? You know, like keep up with me. So the last 2 Infinity Stones is in WWE, unfortunately, because as we all know, WWE and AAA, let me just say AAA. I'm not about to keep AAA. But anywho's, AAA and TNA are both combined into WWE with their working relationships, and I don't see why they wouldn't like capitalize on history to have her collect the last 2 Infinity Stones. That'll be like 8 world championships, actually 9, because, you know, the Women's World and WWE Women's Championship is, you know, the Raw and SmackDown or whatever. They just changed the names of it or whatever. So that'll be like big money for them to like put that merch out and like put all the championships that she wanted. Hey, WWE, my ideas ain't free. You better give me that money. I'm not playing. They could easily put merch out for her to have, or she could do it herself, like have the fist or whatever of the Infinity Stones and have all the world championships that she actually won. She would literally be the Thanos of the WWE women's division. I should say of the world of professional wrestling. Like that is unheard of from any man or woman. She'll be the first, and a woman of color to do that. Like that is unthinkable. Like no wrestler in like all of wrestling ever collected like all of those world titles. Like no male, no female, not Hulk Hogan, not Ric Flair, not AJ Styles, not Chris Jericho. Like nobody ever collected all of the world titles or the most important ones in professional wrestling ever. Like that is unheard of. And for her to have that resume before like 40 or at least like 42, which is doable. That's like a 10-year from now, like goal or whatever of hers. That I feel like that's the goal. Like she's gonna win all the world titles. The AAA Women's Championship, that is like what, since 2004, 2 or something like that, or 1992. Like I said, if I get it wrong, I'm gonna just put the screen or whatever like on the other side. And TNA been around since 2002, 2003. So the Knockouts World Women's Championship, like, I don't see why they would not allow her to do that. And then coming in with all the other championships before those last two, like, if you think they're not going to pay her handsomely after all that, like, come on. Like, why would WWE not capitalize on all of that money? Like, they are money hungry. Like, they know they need Mercedes. Like, the WWE have not been the same without her. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, of course, the ship still has sailed, but it's just not the same. And then having her come back. All I ask, though, Mercedes, if you come back to the WWE, and you already said you would, don't change your mind. Look, and I understand you human. You can change your mind. You can do whatever you want to. I'm just talking. You know what I'm saying? But if you do come back, and I'm predicting that you come back to the Royal Rumble, and that's unfortunately like 2030, please bring back the remix of Sky's the Limit. Please. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. So you can do whatever you want, baby. But at least that one time, y'all not hearing me. I'm sorry. CEO is cool. That CEO, get the crowd chanting and everything like that. That's cool and all. But nothing beats that remix to Sky's the Limit with Snoop Dogg. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just like, come, y'all not hearing me, bruh. Like, what? That's my family, and we so G. Bow down to the new champ of WWE. Like, man, y'all not, man, go ahead, man. Y'all better know something.
That's my family, and we so G. Bow down to the new champ of WWE.
But no, for real, that is the complete map. I feel like the last Infinity Stone would more than likely be the AAA or maybe TNA. And then they do like a whole angle where like, oh, the chase to the last Infinity Stones, the champion, whoever it is, they're ducking her. And oh, well, I'll never let you cement your name in history or whatever. You overachiever. And they could just keep running or whatever and attacking her and everything like that. Because of course they're going to bring her back as a face. Like, come on, like the pop in and of itself. And plus I want to add some historical importance of the TNA Knockouts World's Championship. A lot of greats have held that women's championship. Even Mercedes' best friend Naomi, Trinity Fatu, have won that Knockouts World title. And also, this was the championship that was taking women's wrestling seriously way before WWE ever have. And it was not treated like a prop. It was treated like an actual world championship. So for Mercedes to actually get her hands on that and for that to be her actual last Infinity Stone would be very poetic and symbolic. And I'm definitely here for that. And then give her the match that she always wanted, which is her versus Trish Stratus. That's only if Trish Stratus, because she'll be well into her 50s. I don't know if she would still, but for Mercedes, I think she would. If she's still healthy and she could still go in the ring or whatever, give her dream match. I'll be cool with that. And then like have a whole year redemption arc, win the Royal Rumble in her hometown, and then we could go ahead and give the match that we all been wanting, or at least let me speak for myself, that I want, and it's going to be Mercedes Moné versus Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship. And of course, Mercedes Moné has to win. Comment down below, what do you think will be the biggest pop? Her winning the WWE Women's Championship in her hometown, or winning the Royal Rumble in her hometown? I don't know. I think it would be like her hometown in WrestleMania. I think that would be like the biggest maximum, like, but then it would kind of give it away that she gonna win. But I mean, who cares? Like, just give her all the damn titles. Because I do think if she comes back to the WWE, 9 times out of 10 she is, they're gonna give her at least 1 or maybe 2 more world titles in WWE. And then collectively, like if she were to win all those titles on top of the ones that she already has from WWE, that's almost like 15 to 16 world titles, depending on how many world titles she'll win in AEW. But hey, that is the complete map. That's all the championships. That's all the titles. I do feel like that she is going to win them all. I am here for it. I cannot wait to see it. She'll be this will be talked about for like decades, like once in a century, like generational reign run that she's going on. And this is the agenda that I definitely could get with, okay? But comment down below, how do you feel about Mercedes Moné completing the map of professional wrestling and being the Thanos of the women's division of wrestling? Are you here for it? Do you want her to win all the titles? She'll be the first person like ever, like not just women, not men, just person. She'll be the first person, and to do it as a black woman, man, that's an agenda I could get by. But or you like, I don't care, I don't like Mercedes. Comment down below, like, share, subscribe, help me grow the channel. Your love and support is definitely greatly appreciated. Welcome, peace, TJ. I'm out.
I know that you and everybody here is waiting to hear my answer.